morning. My name is Lisa and welcome to my crafting channel.
I'm from Australia, the land down under where we craft in metrics. Now, today I'm going to just jump into Design Space, which is version 7.40.121, and I'm just going to show you how I can create something out of shapes and letters. So today I'm just going to do a unicorn, so let's get started. Next I'm going to jump into my canvas, which I have discovered. If you go to these dots here, there's a canvas button, which I was completely clueless about. Let me know in the comments if you already knew that tip. Alright, so we're going to do a unicorn, and I'm going to start with the horn. So let's go simple and start with an upside down triangle. Now, first thing I want to do is rotate it 180 degrees or flip it. I'm just going to flip it today. And now we want to make it a bit longer, make it look more horn-like. Again, all of this is up to you. I will share this project at the end. Then what else are we going to do? We've got to make it look more like a horn. So let's grab some letters to do that. So I'm going to grab the letter C, capital letter C, in the Cricut Sans font regular. And what's that got to do with anything? Well, I'm going to use that to make my horns cutouts. So I'm going to take two of these, and I'm just going to do it one at a time. So I'm going to take my first letter C, take my triangle, select them both, and hit the slice button. Now the slice is the permanent version. And there we go. There's one of them. Grab the next one. Position it where I want. Select both and slice. Now in my version, I just delete and delete. I'm happy with that. You could also go ahead and do the bottom one. I'm going to put something over the top of it, so I'm not going to worry so much about that. Now you can shape it, get it where you want. Looks good. Alright, so that's how I did the top bit and got the horns. Okay, so next I'm going to add the hearts and then I'll do the ears. So I'm going to put some hearts. You could also do stars easily as well. So I'm going to do hearts in the front of my unicorn. See what it looks like. So let's make the heart and align it in the center. How wide is that? Maybe I'll make it just that little bit wider to be the same width as the horn. Horn can go straight into it. Now, just for ease of being able to see what I'm doing, I'm going to make the horn brown. I'm going to go that in, turn it around a little bit, not too much because I don't want the curves to disappear, and send that back. I might make this a different colour as well, again just so I can see what it's going to look like. Now I want that on a similar angle, I like things symmetrical. If you don't like things symmetrical, you don't have to do this. So I'm going to flip horizontal, and I will do this bit by eye though. I said I like to do things symmetrical, but I might leave that the way it is, or you can then go arrange center the back and have them match as well. You can also take all three and go align, distribute horizontally, and then take this one, align that to the left, and then align that center horizontally so that you've got it perfectly symmetrical as well. Now I'm not sure if I actually did line those up though, and go align top. I do love all these align features. Every now and again, don't forget to save your work. This is really important. Alright, so now it's starting to come together. Now I'm going to do some ears. So for my ears, I'm going to go with an upside down letter V. So I've got the letter V in Cricut Sans Regular. Colour my ears going to be. I'll leave them as the black, but whenever I do black on screen, I always do grey, because whenever I do black, what it does is it takes away all your cut lines. But when you go with your grey, you can still get the idea if there's a cut line in the wrong spot. That kind of makes sense. I was not wanting to change the size of that though when I did that. I'll put it back to the default 72, because what I actually wanted to do was turn it around. Send it backwards, send it to the back, and now fiddle around until I'm happy with my ears shape. That makes sense. So you can make it, now because it's a font though, you can't make it bigger. You have to make it bigger through the corners. There we go. There's one. Now to align it again, pick it up, duplicate, which I did right click duplicate here, flip horizontal, pick it up, pick up both ears, align top, drag it across by eye to where you want it. Sorry, I should have done, make it either lower or higher and go align top. Now again, I can now do that same process where I distribute them if I want, or I can just go by the eye. This time I'm just going to go by eye. And my heart there. That looks really good. Really happy with that. Now the next challenge, that looks good as it is. And just remember, you could do all sorts of things with that front of that unicorn if you want. You can also make the ears a bit more pointy. You can make it more straight. Just depends on what you want to do. You can also not make everything symmetrical just because I like it symmetrical. Your ears don't have to be symmetrical. You can go slightly differently on purpose. That looks good. Let's not overthink it today. Today is supposed to be about crafting being therapy, not overthinking. Okay, so shapes. Now we've got to do the eyes next. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the half circle and I'm going to rotate it to 70 degrees. So we're going to end up with two eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to design it first and then shrink it. So I've duplicated, aligned left. Now I'm going to keep sliding down until I'm happy with what this shape is looking like. And when I'm happy, I'm going to take the two, select both, and hit slice. And delete everything to do with it. Although I might change my mind on the deletions. I have a plan. Take these two and we're going to repeat the process. So, which one's that one? That one's the front one. So let's go this way. I'm going to repeat the process with the two slices. I'll go center horizontally this time. And slice. Now I'm not going to keep going with that. I'm just going to use these two. So now on the side here I've got 1 and 2. Also while I'm here, what you can do now is rename them. So this is my horn. Now these are going to be my eyes. So what I'm going to do here, now I'm going to make the eyelashes. I'm going to shrink that down, but I'm going to make sure I make it thick enough. I wonder if I zoom in. So when you get too small, you lose your box around for your designing, but you can just zoom in and get it back. So now with this one, I want to make sure that it's aligned at the top. And I don't want that weird triangle cut. So let's... Now I also want to make it thicker. Not so thick. Make it thicker. Oh, sorry, I want to make it really thick. But I also want to make it small. And now I'm going to duplicate again. I'm going to make this one wider. Now do I want these aligned? How do I want to align these up? So align right. And make that thicker. And you can change the angle of these too. Just they're going to be your eyelashes. I'll leave the top one. And I'm going to do the same again. Make 3 eyelashes. Again, this is completely up to you. You don't need to make it perfect. This is your unique creation. Now, what I was saying about the black lines. So, if I go here, go black. Make everything black. Can you see how you don't see that there's extra cut lines over here? I don't know if it's showing up on my screen. But I'll select them all, move it across to the middle, and zoom right in. Now, if I change all of this now to that charcoal colour, you can see we've got these extra lines that appear here, so you can actually see that you've got extra cut lines. Hope that makes some sort of sense. Now, if I want these to all be aligned, I'll align all of those to the right. See if I'm happy. And I might move that there, make that a bit more like that. Move this out a bit. There we go. Excellent. Now I'll zoom back out. Make sure that it still looks good. Zoomed out. Now this one here, I'm going to use the newer features here where we can unite. So we can take that away. And now see how those cut lines disappear. If you can't see it on my screen, when you do it on yours, have a look. And that's why I prefer, even if I'm doing a black, I prefer to put it in that charcoal or not the straight black colour. So now, I just want to make my eye the correct size. My unicorn. And now again, duplicate. So right click duplicate or Control D or Command D. Now obviously I don't want it like that. I want to flip horizontal. Align. I can't do that. There's only 2 items. I can't distribute. I would have liked to have distributed, but there's no distribute option. So what I probably want to do is go align left. No. That moved the top part, which I'm not happy with. Align right. Align left. So I'm aligning it with the outside. Make sure these 2 are aligned to each other. And then if I want to bring it in a bit, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And flick the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that should give me what I want. Perfect. Now, and if I zoom out, I'm happy with that. I'm going to rename this left eye. And I'm going to rename this one right eye. So what I'm doing is I'm double clicking on these. I'm on a PC and I can rename those. So they're my hearts. Now, these are my letters. If I don't want them to be letters anymore, I can unite. Send to the back. And call them the ears. And this design is now ready for you to create something with. You could do an iron-on project. You can then go ahead and slice out everything if you want so that there's no overlapping. I'm just going to confirm that it is free. What you will need to do now is go through and finish it off. So first of all, I'm going to save this as the unicorn design, the base design. Now I'm going to go, I'll change the name of the second one afterwards. So what I want to do now is I want to make sure that everything is grouped and attached. So all of the black layers I want to now attach and send those to the back. Actually, what I want to do before that though is I need to slice things out. So if I want to slice it out now, I want to take these hearts so with the horn, I want to take these two and slice. And do it one at a time, because otherwise I'm going to do my own heading. Alright, and now I've got to go back to the heart and go combined weld. And now I remove a little bit there. So now the horn doesn't go under. So now we've got to repeat that with the ears. So I'm going to do it one at a time. What I want to do is I'll take this, 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 and this, duplicate. I'm going to weld it. Otherwise I'm going to be here forever. So I'm going to change the colour to a guide. Now I'm going to align. Oops. Align right. Align right didn't work. Take this as the lowest point. Okay. I did that wrong. Let's try again. So take our heart and we're going to go align bottom. Now I'm going to go align right, which is definitely not what I wanted to do. So now what I need to do is take this all the way to the other side, pick up the same heart, and go align left. There we go. Perfect. Now this is the one I'm going to use to slice the ears. So I'm going to take my ears now, and I'm going to hit slice. The sliced ears are here. Here we go. What do we need to get rid of? We need to get rid of these. We need to get rid of these. So now the ears. So now if I take everything away, the guide away, come on, is, so if I take away the heart, you can see that the heart takes on the shape. Now if I take away an ear, you can see how there's no overlap now. So now we need to take our ears and we need to attach them to our eyes if we're going to use that same colour. And then everything else should just be the right size. So now if I go to make it, now it should show me what I want. So now see how the ears are now staying in the same spot with the eyes? The hearts haven't been attached because they're just in random spots. So we need to go back here, grab my two hearts. So select both of the pink coloured hearts and attach. And I've also now realised that I need to take those and take this and subtract. Will that change their colour? Probably will. So I also now need to take this so I'm going to weld these two hearts. I'm going to take the purple heart and I'm going to slice. And we're going to remove those bits. Now we're going to take these two back and we're going to weld. Oh, wrong way round. Let's try again. We want those bits of the heart, so we want to weld. That would be if you wanted it the other way around. This time, I only want... I'm going to get rid of these bits. So now when I take the purple heart away, you can see exactly where the heart goes. I hope I'm making sense. You're also seeing my mistakes as well, so hopefully you can learn from those as well. So now if I press make it, let's see. You know what to look for. On the mat, just for testing. So you've got your black mat, you've got your ears spaced out correctly with your eyes. Now you can also, if you don't want that, you can adjust it, save material. Now here's your two side hearts with space for your main heart in the middle. You've got your horn, which also shows you where it needs to go with the heart. And then you've got your purple heart. So if you took this one and left it the way it is, this here indicates, these points here will give you indicators as to where the hearts belong. Then you can put the hearts on next, the double heart, and then those will give you an indicator as to where the purple heart and the horn goes, and you'll have everything spaced out correctly when you go to make it. Now I'll share both these projects. I'll probably move this one back to the other file, so you'll have both unicorns in the one file. But the purpose of this was to show you how I made it. So I want to see what you create in Design Space. Pop me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching and happy crafting.
If you liked the video today, please go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up for me. If it is the first time you're watching me, make sure it is not the last. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you are amongst the first to know when I release a new video. Thanks for watching.